What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Elle Diablo show. I'm on tour, baby, on tour. Come out, come see a show. Here is where I'll be: New York City, Bloomington, Minnesota, San Diego, Burbank, California, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Charlotte, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., and Boston, baby. Come out to a show for the love of God. I would greatly appreciate it. Elle Diablo show. Elle Diablo. I was just in a mall this past weekend, and I was in a mall in Canada. It was a great time. It was a lot of fun, but I was literally inside a mall for like 5 days, and I feel insane. I feel mall crazy. A mall is not where you should be for 5 days, you guys. I went to every store, and this mall was packed. Like this mall, I mean, Canada malls so hard, probably because there's nothing else to do here. Man, I'm excited to be back because, I mean, I've been singing all day. Like, I'm proud to be an American. I swear to God, I've been like, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm gay. I've been singing the whole song, word for word. And yeah, and then even I mean, it was good, but I mean, my trip back was insane, absolutely insanity. I try to get back, and it's like this Porter Airlines, never fly them. They have like 3 planes. Who knows if they work? I mean, I got here, which is not nothing. But basically, I mean, my first flight back, it was delayed 4 hours, whatever. And then and then they just canceled my second flight from Toronto. They're like, okay, your next flight is in 24 hours. Oh my God, I had to spend a night in Toronto, which, by the way, everyone's like, Toronto rocks. And I want to go Toronto. And if you watch the podcast, shout out Toronto. I just wanted to get home so bad. And then they booked my flight 24 hours later. So it was at 7 p.m. and then 7 p.m. next day. Okay, fine. Delayed like an hour. And everyone's pissed. Most of the people going on this flight are going back home to New York. So it's just like the meanest people dealing with like the sweetest, nicest Canadians. Like, I mean, everyone was cussing everybody out. And then we get on the plane, and I kid you not, I looked down at my phone 11 minutes into the plane. The flight sorcerer, what's her name? The flight waitress was like, is it flight waitress? Stewardess? Is it? Flight attendant. The flight attendant, 11 minutes in the plane, says, is there a doctor on the plane? We have a medical emergency. Are you kidding me? A medical emergency? Everybody says no at first. And then she asked 3 more times. And finally a guy's like, okay, me. I don't know if he was actually a doctor. I almost volunteered because I was like, hey, I mean, I don't know much, but I've watched a couple Dr. Andrew Hubermans, we could see what I've learned. But no, the guy goes back, and everyone's like, and this guy's at the back of the plane, very back of the plane. And then we land, thank God. And then the stewardess, flight attendant comes on the line and is like, hey, so we've called the ambulance. We got to get this guy off the plane. It's a medical emergency. So everyone stay seated. He has to go off first. He's at the back of the plane. And everyone in this plane is thinking, I mean, I don't know, but I know, is thinking this guy better be dead. He better be. It has taken 2 days for us to get on this plane, and it's taking forever. And by the way, the ambulance isn't here. They're taking their sweet ass time. It takes another hour and a half for them to get there. This woman gets on the plane. I don't know how I know it's a guy. I just knew it was a guy. And he walks off the plane. I was like, this man better not have a hand. Okay. He better be half, was it half head chopped off. What's it called when you get your head chopped off? Guillotine or yeah, he has to be partially capitated for me to give a fuck and for me to be like, you know what, he needed to get off the plane. This man walks off behind the ambulance lady that we waited an hour and a half for. What are you are you kidding me? Everyone was like, oh my God. You know what? Give me a gun. We're in America. I'll shoot him in the back so it can be a real emergency. I swear to God, everyone was just had it. And this guy, by the way, was like, must have been 7 feet tall. I'm like, buddy. And the woman that, the ambulance lady that came on, I'm not saying their job titles correctly. My brain is jumbled. I have mall brain. Okay. I've been in a mall. I've been inside for 5 days. The ambulance lady, the emergency woman, she was like 5 foot. I'm like, what the fuck? Even when she got on the plane, I'm like, what is she going to do? A fucking like, she can't do it. She can't lift a pencil, she's going to lift anyone, not even a woman. This woman couldn't lift. And so he just walks off the plane. Everyone's pissed. And then I get an Uber going back. Of course, the exit to my apartment is shut down. You can't go. So it was like another 30 minutes in this Uber to get home. And then we were driving. And then at one point, the Uber's driving behind this. It was a truck with at least 50 gallons of gasoline. And on the back of the truck, it says flammable, flammable, flammable. I'm like, I feel like I'm in a Final Destination movie at this point. And I'm like, no, stop. Let someone else go in front of you. Let them die so we can watch it happen, because I'm too close to getting home, And now I'm back, and you guys, I'm so exhausted. Not being in your country is very exhausting, I think we should let everyone. And then by the time I got back, I was like, God, America rocks. I mean, we suck. I think it's a drug or something, America, because every time I'm here for too long, I'm like, I gotta stop this stuff. And then I leave and I come back. I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God I'm American. I mean, Canada's nice. No shade of Canada. It's just boring. I mean, I'm sure the wilderness places are fun to live in the woods and be Canadian. By the way, the place I was, Edmonton, used to be the murder capital of the world. Why are you sending a blonde girl there? Their number one favorite victim. Because we're so dumb. They'll be like, hey, do you want to come see a river? And I'll be like, yeah, what's all that about? I'm so susceptible to getting tricked into everything. Everyone tricks me. Guys trick me all the time, I swear. Edmonton. In 2023, Edmonton. Also, what a gay name. Sorry. All love to Edmonton. Edmonton's homicide rate was 3.06 per 100,000. This is higher than the national average of 1.94. What are these points and percentages? Is that people who are short or something? What's it? I know 103 or 113 people, but what's the 0.3? Is that a baby? 103 people plus one baby. In Edmonton, the violent crimes increased from 1,112 to 113. Wow, indicates a minor rise overall. Yeah, so it's a dangerous place. I overcame it. I mean, I don't know who my manager just wants me to be in a Final Destination movie. That's what it felt like the whole time. But the mall was fun to experience again with people in it. It was a fun time. I did go to Hollister because I wanted some nostalgia, and I didn't get it. Because Hollister is completely ruined. I don't know if you've been in a Hollister recently. The lights are completely on. You can see the whole store. You can breathe. They're not pumping that, that perfume that is basically Chernobyl toxins in it. You know what I'm saying? they used to like just gas you. Basically, you walked into a gas chamber of Hollister perfume. Essentially, the music was blaring. It was like alternative punk emo. The music was soft, and it was Bruno Mars. And all the clothes were shitty. All the clothes were like made from pilgrims or something. I mean, all this, there was no spaghetti straps. You're not getting in trouble in middle school for wearing these clothes, okay? I used to get sent to the principal's office if I wore Hollister, and now you can go to church in it, okay? It's all like, the straps are the size of your hand, okay? You're not flirting with your principal in that, okay? You're not getting off of anything in that. And I just feel like if you walk out of Hollister and you're not walking out of like a sensory deprivation, you know, Helen Keller tank, then it's not Hollister. You're missing the experience. The store is supposed to be an experience, and now it's just shitty. At least they removed that logo, but I'd take the logo back if they put in the darkness and the perfume and the noise. You couldn't, I mean, this is, and on top of that, they didn't have any hot teenagers anywhere. Like, and I say this as a post 8th grader. Okay. When you were 8th grade, you walk into Hollister and there were like the hottest guys and girls in teeny tiny bikinis. And they were like level 10, you know, you would see these people on Epstein's Island type of thing. And now it's just everyone clothes up to your neck, no cleavage. I mean, they're normal. It's fine, but it's like, what happened to like idealizing models? You know what I'm saying? I used to think like models were supposed to be these people that were like, oh shit, look at how genetically blessed that one is. I'm going to buy these clothes because I hope I'll look like them. Now you walk into Hollister and you're like, I'm hotter than all of these people I'm leaving. You know, I'm not buying a damn thing. Missed my mouth. That's good. Okay, guys. So that was my trip to Hollister. These are really, my sunglasses are really smudgy. But yeah, so Trump doesn't want to release the Epstein Files. He says they don't exist. He's a liar. One, there's a couple things. Trump knows he's lying. Guys are just bad at lying. And I know what he's trying to do. He's thinking like, oh, if we just say they don't exist, people will get over it. No one's getting over it. Okay. Also, I don't think he's lying because he's on the logs. He's lying because someone paid him a lot of money to stay quiet. A lot of money. And this is my theory. So as we know, I don't know if you know, but I know Epstein's Island was bought by a billionaire and he's going to build a luxury resort, which he's going to profit off of course. Now, if everyone is all upset, in which we still are, about like Epstein Files, the log list, everything, if that comes out, they're thinking, oh, that's going to perpetuate the Epstein drama. No one's going to want to go to this resort. It's going to be a waste of billions of dollars. So the billionaire probably gave Trump billions of dollars to just say, hey, you know, what? No, I was just kidding. What are you talking about? I never said that on TV in multiple interviews. I never said I was going to release the list. What list? And he's lying like a guy would, which is like really bad. Guys don't know how to lie. That's why we need a female president. Because here's the thing. A president is going to lie to you no matter what. And I guess the answer is, do you want a good liar or a bad liar? A guy is always going to be the worst liar possible. And I think in general, like in the past, we used to trust men more because we were dumb, you know, like back in the 50s and everything. Kennedy gets shot. oh no, like that was a random guy. It wasn't the CIA. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, for sure. You're so right. 'Cause you're a guy. But now we know men are liars and they're bad at it. One time I was dating a guy, this British guy, and he said he couldn't hang out because he was going to like England or something. Or he's going to like LA or whatever. I had like an intuition immediately that he was lying. And then I immediately, like, he said he was going tomorrow. The next day I go into a different account, watch a story. He's in New York. He saw that I saw his story also from like a burner account. I don't know how he knew that was my account. Sketchy. And he called me and he's like, hey, my flight got delayed a week. So I'm not going to be there I'm like, you're just so full of shit. There's no creativity in men's lies. They're just like, oh, sorry, now this isn't happening anymore. That's the extent of it. So yeah, I think Trump got bought out. I know he got bought out, you know, because Trump loves money. She's a liar. That's Trump impression's not getting better. Look at her tiny eyebrows. That's how big her brain is. The size of her eyebrows. Okay. I don't know why I can't do it. I've tried. I literally have watched YouTube tutorials and I cannot get on it. I can't. Sorry, guys. So I was stuck in Canada and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to watch Curb. I've been watching Curb. So I'm just going to watch Curb. I go on HBO. It says, sorry, you can't watch Curb because Canada rules. I don't know what it is, but you can't watch, if you have an HBO account in America, you're fat chance you're watching it in Canada. So then I had to watch Netflix. Yuck. And so I go on Netflix and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll get into like female boxing for the first time ever. And I watched this female boxing match and it was this huge thing. It was like big rivalry, this girl versus this girl. It was like a Puerto Rican versus an Irish woman. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. And it was the least exciting thing I've ever seen. They barely even touched each other. And then the fight was Netflix sponsored it. It was like this whole thing, probably billions of dollars. And they barely even touched. I'm like, I want to see someone get knocked the fuck out. And then the announcer guy was like, yeah, you're probably not going to see much of, you know, hitting face to face because all the concussions they've gotten from the last fights. And I'm like, I don't think women should be fighting if we get hurt so easily. I'm not trying to be sexist, but I just feel like guys can probably take punches better than, not like guys can probably take punches better than women. And I'm not saying because it's a male female. I think it's like a bone density thing or something. Maybe they're more prone to getting hit because they've been fighting I don't know, but it wasn't fun. So then I go on YouTube and I'm like, I gotta watch a good fight. So then I go on YouTube and then I watch this fight. Muhammad Ali. I'm like, I've never seen his stuff, so I thought I'd check it out. And this was fun. Let's watch it. Sorry if you're listening on a podcast. Turn this stuff up. Yes. And I love how the guy literally is John Mulaney. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Big. Look at him throw you. I didn't see any of this in the female fight. Look at that. Look at that. They're weaving and bobbing and oh, he's down again. He's a weary fighter. Weary fighter. Oh, this is good. Punch, punch. Go, go. Punch, punch. And then he wins. Oh my God. Look at all that. This is so good. Whoa. I feel like that was nothing but mitt. That was nothing but mitt, baby. That's good. See, this is the boxing I want to see, and this is not the boxing you'll get with female. I mean, granted, a female boxer would absolutely kill me in a second. I'm not doubting that, but they were just not making contact, and that's the whole point of boxing. We want to see you fight. But that Ali guy, he's pretty good. He should come back and continue the fight because boy, oh boy, is it not exciting anymore. And, and now I'm here. My brain is toast. I'm excited to be back. It's summer. It's hot as fuck, dude. It's summertime. Not shy. I almost said shy. I'm from Chicago. Summertime in Chicago, you just go on a boat because it's like $13 there. But in New York, you just got to stay in your apartment or leave. All the rich people leave the city. Unfortunately, we're not there yet. If you listen to the podcast, I could be there. So do it for me. What else is going on in the news? I don't really know. I'm not really a news person. What's going on personally? Personally, again, not much. I'm not a personable person. I've been dating. I've been trying. It's just like, oh my God, it's exhausting talking to people. It's just not really fun, and every guy you talk to, they're like, are you going to put me in a skit? I should have put this British guy. I've blocked him on everything. He tried to follow my Elle Diablo account. He's probably watching this right now. Hi, you little fucking freak. God, he lied about having terminal cancer. Yeah. And that's crazy to say, but it's crazy to lie about. And how do I know this? Well, on the second date, he said he has terminal cancer. He's not going to get it fixed, and he has a year to live. And I believed him. I almost started crying. I was like, oh my God, that's horrible. And 4 years later, he's friend requesting me on Instagram. Like, wow, that cancer is not working that hard, eh? It's not doing its job. He told me that, and then on the first date, he told me he was a heroin addict, but he can do every drug except for heroin. Interesting. That's interesting. I've never heard that from a heroin addict because every heroin addict that I know is dead. So that's interesting. I'm not saying that you should be dead if you're a heroin addict, but it's very unlikely that you're alive. Don't do heroin. This guy has probably never done heroin. He's probably been near it. He's probably seen it and been like, I'm addicted. But this guy was like a pathological. And then on the third date, he told me he loved me. And I'm like, all right, this guy, I'll date him for a month and then we'll see. I was not in my right mind. I don't know, guys. And it was summer. I don't know. In summer, the pickings are slim. No one has the energy to date. And people like me who get worn down easily and who are just like, it was mostly his accent, to be honest. His accent was very fun. I'll get tricked more by an accent than anything. A British accent, an Irish accent. I'm toast. They're too endearing. And I'm like, oh my God, you have cancer and you're a heroin. God, I can't talk. Heroin addict. Man, what a life. But yeah, he's still kicking. And then I saw, oh my God, I don't know if he dated another comic, but another comic posted like a story with him. And I was like, good luck. I didn't say anything because I'm like, I want nothing to do with him or his life. So I'll never tell anyone to not date him unless it's like a non-comedian, because you don't want to get involved in comedians' lives. Comedians dating lives, because a comic friend will be like, oh no, this person, he sucks, the worst, blah, blah, blah. And they'll date him for 5 years, aka me. And yeah, you can't really change because we're all kind of like sadistic psychopaths. But now I'm just not really involved in anyone. My dating life is very, very scarce. And I kind of like it that way. I'm at peace, dude. No one's really, no one's bothering me emotionally or physically. So it's kind of nice. Pretty boring to talk about, but it's internal peace is here and with us. But yeah, that's basically, that's what I got. That's what I got for you. Man, when I feel like this, I feel like I'm running on gas. I need a couple of days to get used to. I feel like I've like flying this much and being in. If there was a end of the world apocalypse, I wouldn't last a day. I could barely stand being in Canada for a little bit too long. I'm not on it. What have I been thinking about? Nothing. I have nothing. My mind is air and space. I'm really being a blonde this podcast. Let's see what you guys wanted me to talk about last week that I didn't get into. And so I got into nicotine recently. I've been trying to get addicted to nicotine. That whole mall, by the way, because it's so cool, I just want something. And my brain just won't latch on to it. I don't know why. But I'm trying to get into Zins, but every time I take a Zin, I feel like I'm going to throw up. So I can't. I'm like failing on all fronts. Archive. Do you say archive or archive? Man, this is a good podcast. All right, let's get in. And also, so I was trying to find this nicotine in Canada because I ran out of because I literally put them in. I'm like, ew, gross. And I throw them out. So I ran out of a Zin in like record time. And so I'm trying to find Zins in this Canada mall. Everyone's looking at me like I'm asking them for heroin. Literally, everyone's like, what? Like, this is like so much judgment. I'm like, this is just normal discourse in America, dude. In America, we Zin. We do the, we do the nicotine. We do it hard. I kind of liked it because it did make me feel like an addict because everyone's like judging me and stuff. I'm like, wow, I really am an addict. And then I finally found some Zins in the mall, and it was in like there's a grocery store in the mall, and I got the Zin, and then I couldn't open it for like another day because I couldn't figure it out. It was like the top, you open it, it was nothing. I'm like, is this a trick? I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, God, I need a guy here to help me. There was no guys in Canada. Tips on avoiding the World War III draft. I don't think we're going to go to World War III, even though I hate how Trump has moved from, he's kind of done with Israel, maybe for now. And now he's on to Russia. He keeps on being like, I told Putin to get out of Ukraine, and if he doesn't, we're going to go to war. I'm like, don't do this with Putin, okay? Putin will actually, not that I sound like I believe in Putin. He seems scarier than the Jews, than the Palestinians. And so I think he said the other day, he's like, I gave him a week and he's not going to respond in a week. And I'm like, girl, that's every girl's, hero journey. If he doesn't text me back in a week, I'm done. He's not going to be done. Trump's going to wait around for a while. Also, stop trying to start wars with everybody. Okay, let's see some of these things. You want me to talk about tips on avoiding the draft? That's what I just said. I don't think there's going to be a draft. Dinosaurs, how the political left will stop at nothing. until it's hollowed out this country. Ooh, we got a we got a little Republican in our followers. Hey, you can. I don't care about politics. Whatever, be a Republican. But I don't get your panties in a bunch about liberals. They don't do anything. They're not strong. They don't like Luigi killed that CEO, but no one, all liberals do are complain. Okay. So if you really hate it, just don't go on the internet, then you'll forget about them. What happens if someone ghosts you? If someone ghosts you, it's a blessing. Okay. It's a blessing because they're toxic. As someone who ghosts a lot of people, you're welcome. You're welcome. I saved you from myself, and that's the best gift I could ever give you. Let's see if, okay. Let's dig from the depths of my mind. What time are we at? 30. Oh, okay. Man. Okay. Oh boy. Is this a good podcast? I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. Fuck you guys. No, listen. I'm in a toxic relationship with all you. Yeah, I guess if you want to, a lot of people got mad at me this week because I tried to make a joke about how everyone knew I was Jewish. I'm not Jewish. I'm like literally a tiny flick of the wrist Jewish. I'm like literally nothing because my great grandmother was Ashkenaz. And then I try to make a joke on Twitter and everyone's like, now you're trying to whatever identify as Jewish. I'm like, trust me, babe, I am not in this political climate. I'm good. I'm Italian. If someone had the choice between Italian and Jewish, they're going to pick Italian. Some of the most Jewish people I know, they cosplay Italian. You'll see a Jewish guy and you'll be like, you're so tan and your hair is so slicked back and you have all these tattoos. Aren't you not allowed to do that? And they'll look like they're in the mafia. Jews want to be in the mafia. Too bad you got Hollywood. You can't be in the mafia. If Hollywood's a mafia. Honestly, it would be good for my career if I came out as Jewish. Can you come out as Jewish? I don't know. Because a lot of people come out as autistic, and I'm not saying it's the same. I'm just saying people come out as different things. You'll see a guy for like 4 years. You'll be like, oh, that's Jerry. And then all of a sudden Jerry's like, yeah, I'm autistic now. And I'm like, okay. Are you going to stop looking me in the eyes? Because Jesus Christ, you're a tough hang. It's always the people that come out as autistic as like, thank God, I've been needing a reason not to talk to you. Shout out to all my autistic listeners. I do love you and I appreciate you. And I'm talking about people who are not actually like real autism. I'm talking about people who need something. Need a little spice in their life. So they're like, oh, and I get it. Are you kidding? Are you listening to this podcast? I need spice in my life. I would love to discover I'm autistic for the summer, I would love to have something to dig into, but I don't even want to go down that path. I'm afraid of what I'll find. I won't even take the test, to be honest, because I'm terrified. So many people in my life think I'm autistic. My friends are always joking, oh, Elle's just autistic. I'm like, hey, don't, manifest that for me. Polygamy. I mean, no, I'm good on that. What shoe size do you wear? Unfortunately, it used to be an 8. And my feet grew during the pandemic. Now, I'm a 9. I know, and my boobs grew during the pandemic. My feet and my boobs. It was weird. And I got them both checked out because I thought it was some form of like cancer or something. And they said, no cancer. God just wants you to be hot and ugly at the same time. He couldn't pick. He was like, I either make her hotter or I make her uglier. She's not really doing anything with either. So you choose. I guess it's like, you know, dealer's choice, what I want to do with this. I mean, they didn't even get that much bigger, but they got a little bit bigger. I don't know. I was with my family the whole pandemic. So maybe God was like, you're going to need a little something once you get out back there into the dating field. Weed, Jeffrey Dahmer. I think I already talked about Jeffrey Dahmer. Love Island. I haven't really stayed updated on Love Island since Sierra got nicked, but it's probably just guys being like, oh, I love your conversation, and they're having the dumbest conversations of all time. The guy I think is the hottest. It's not Pepe. Okay, people think Pepe's hot. Pepe is an ugly guy disguised as a hot guy. Okay? Bring up a picture of Pepe. I think the hottest girl on there, I think Sierra was really cute. I think Huda's cute. I think, yeah, okay. Pepe, he also looks 46 and 15 somehow. Yeah, the facial, I think if he got rid of the facial hair, it would be a lot better, especially because his facial hair, you could tell it's just thick enough to have this soul patch or whatever he's doing here, but not thick enough to convince me it was a good idea. I mean, hey, I don't want to be mean. Male loneliness epidemic. Don't off yourself, Pepe. You're fine. He's tall, you know, he'll be fine. Tall guys. Dude, I saw that 7-foot guy. I don't know why women like fantasize tall men. I think if a guy's too tall, it looks like a disease or something. They look really crazy. I'm glad most women think it's attractive, because if it was a world full of L's, tall guys would go extinct. I'm not talking like 6'2", 6'5" is like the most, but these 7, but I guess you need basketball. So basketball's a fun thing. My body count. Wow. Thanks. I don't know. I've never counted. Could be 2, could be 3, could be that times whatever number. You would never know. When you're going to Germany. Oh, I want to go to Germany this summer, but it's not for comedy. I kind of just want to check it out. Here's really pretty. And that's where one of my exes lives. So I was planning to go to his town and be like, oh my God, you're here? Me too. I haven't seen him in years. He was so crazy. He was the German guy I joke about on stage. And so, yeah, woman's orgasms, I don't do that. Well, I guess woman's orgasms, this isn't Call Her Daddy. I mean, I don't know. Who cares? You know, why does everyone care if you can get a woman off or not? Like, it's not, I think guys just watch too much porn and they're like, I gotta get a woman off. I'm like, that's not the main point. We would rather have you like be nice to us, I think, than make us come. Like, come over and snuggle. That's gonna make me come emotionally. That's what you should do, is make women come emotionally by giving them attention. Ooh, attention does me good. I'm an attention whore. My attention body count is 1 billion. I love attention. Oh, attention. I can never get enough. And then, but then I do get enough, and then I'm like, it's bad. Now it's bad. But then you stop talking to me, and now I'm like, now I want you. I'm like in an anxious avoidant, I guess, / Yeah, that's what I would call myself. Anxious avoidant. I get anxious, but then I ghost. Sorry about you. Hey, has this been the best podcast of all time or what? So I wanted to have the next podcast. We're having a guest. We're going to have Kyle Dunnigan back on the podcast. So that's going to be a fun episode, and we're going to have topics, and we're going to talk about everything. Until then, see you next week. I'm sorry I was just a blob of a person. Canada will do that to you, but I'm back. America's going to fuel me with rage and chaos. All right. See you next time. Bye.
Elle Diablo Show. Elle Diablo.